Hi, welcome back to our channel. Have you ever thought about what's actually living on your toothbrush right now? Because the answer might make you want to throw it across the room. Most people brush their teeth every single day without ever stopping to think about whether the tool they're using is actually clean. And here's the wild part. Your toothbrush could be making your mouth dirtier than it was before you started brushing. Today, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about cleaning and storing your toothbrush the right way. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at your toothbrush the same way again. Let's start with something that's going to stick in your brain. Your bathroom is one of the most bacteria-filled rooms in your entire home. Every single time you flush your toilet with the lid open, microscopic particles get launched into the air and they can travel up to 6 feet. If your toothbrush is sitting on the counter near the toilet, you already know where this is going. Those particles land on surfaces, including the bristles of your toothbrush. This is a real phenomenon called toilet plume, and it's been studied and documented. So before we even get into cleaning techniques, let's talk about location, because placement matters more than most people realize. Move your toothbrush away from the toilet. If you can store it in a cabinet or on the opposite side of the bathroom, that's your best option. The further away, the better. This one simple habit change costs you nothing and eliminates a significant source of contamination before it even starts. Now let's get into the actual cleaning process. After every single time you brush your teeth, you need to rinse your toothbrush thoroughly under running water. Not a quick splash, a real rinse where you're actively washing away toothpaste residue, food particles, and debris from between the bristles. Use your thumb to work through the bristles as the water runs over them. This takes maybe 15 seconds, and it makes a huge difference. The goal is to remove everything that bacteria can feed on while your brush is sitting in storage between uses. Now here is where people make a really common mistake. After rinsing, so many people immediately put a cap on their toothbrush or slide it into one of those little travel cases. I completely understand the instinct because it seems protective, but you are actually creating a warm, moist, enclosed environment that is basically a 5-star hotel for bacteria. Bacteria thrive in those conditions. What you actually want to do is store your toothbrush upright in a holder and let it air dry completely between uses. Open air, bristles facing up, away from other toothbrushes, if possible. If your brush touches another brush, bacteria can transfer between them. If you live with other people and you're all storing brushes in the same holder, make sure the brushes are not touching each other. This is especially important if someone in your household has been sick. During and after illness, it is a good idea to either replace the toothbrush or give it a more thorough disinfecting treatment. Speaking of disinfecting, let's talk about deeper cleaning methods you can do periodically. One option is to soak the bristle end of your toothbrush in antibacterial mouthwash for a couple of minutes. The antimicrobial properties in the mouthwash help reduce bacterial load on the bristles. Another method that's been shown to be effective is soaking the brush head in a diluted solution of water and white vinegar. The acidity creates an environment that bacteria struggle to survive in. You don't need to do either of these every single day, but working one of these methods into your routine once or twice a week is genuinely worthwhile. Something else worth mentioning is the dishwasher myth. Some people claim you can clean your toothbrush in the dishwasher. While the hot water and detergent would certainly kill bacteria, most toothbrushes are not designed to withstand that kind of heat, and the bristles can warp and degrade, making the brush less effective and potentially damaging to your gums and enamel. So I'd skip that one. Now let's talk about replacement, because no matter how well you clean and store your toothbrush, it has a lifespan. Most dental professionals recommend replacing your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. But here's an even simpler rule that I personally find more useful. Look at the bristles. When they start to splay outward and lose their original shape, the brush is no longer cleaning your teeth effectively. Frayed bristles don't reach into the spaces between teeth the way straight, firm bristles do. So once you notice that fanning out happening, it's time for a new one regardless of how long you've had it. You should also replace your toothbrush after you've been sick. Even if the brush looks fine, it can harbor viruses and bacteria that could potentially reinfect you. It's a small investment to protect your recovery and your long-term health. One last thing before we wrap up, and this one surprises people. Sharing toothbrushes is something that should absolutely never happen, even with people you're incredibly close to. The transfer of bacteria and viruses that occurs when two people share a toothbrush can cause real health problems. Even if both people appear completely healthy, you are exchanging microorganisms that your immune system may not be prepared for. This goes for children too, even if they're young and haven't developed strong preferences yet. Every person in the household should have their own clearly labeled brush. So let's pull this all together. Rinse your brush thoroughly after every use. Store it upright in open air away from the toilet. Keep it separate from other brushes. Deep clean it with mouthwash or diluted vinegar a couple of times a week. Replace it every 3 to 4 months or sooner when the bristles show wear. And never share it with anyone. These habits are simple, they cost almost nothing, and they make a real difference in your oral health. Your toothbrush works hard for you every day, and giving it a little bit of proper care means it actually does its job the way it's supposed to. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button, because we cover everyday health habits that actually make a difference in your life. Please like and subscribe for more health tips. Thank you for watching Health Tips Arena. See you in our next video.